Hey, good morning guys, here at Cann River on our way up to Canberra. So we've just topped up at fuel. We're just here at the what looks to be a brand new United fuel station. Plenty of space, plenty of room, which is always pretty handy when you're bringing in the car and the big caravan. Ali's in paying for the fuel, and then we're just going to head across the road and have some breakfast and get on our way to Canberra. It's only about 60 k's to Canberra from here. So anyway, let's get some breakfast and get on the move. Pardon the pun, get on the move. Hey guys, we're grabbing some breakfast here at the Cann River breakfast place, and we've just come to read the paper, and we've got the latest news here. It is Friday, December 29, 1989. What we've gone and done, we've gone and put the awning up just to give us a bit of shade here in Canberra, and then we've used these screw pegs and these little orange grommets, or whatever you want to call them, and just some ratchet straps. There is a bit of breeze happening, and that'll just keep that awning tight or taut. So we've read, and yeah, we've got the cricket on, having a beer. We're all set up. So it's not a bad little caravan park. The bays are quite spacious. They're drive-through bays, as I said before. It's quite humid. It's about probably, I don't know, 30 degrees. We've got the bum end hanging out. Ali's working out how to use the torque wrench. Bought a torque wrench. Got everything hooked up, the sullage, the water, the power, the antenna, and then back around to the car. I'll just climb over here, and then a little ensuite. Look at this, this is just taut. Look at this, we're professionals. But it works. Bit of breeze, which is helping, bit of sunlight. That's how the pros do it. No stopping. We're cruising around the streets just around Parliament House, where all the embassies are. We're checking out all the embassies. What's that one there?
Belgium, old one.
Embassy. Belgium.
That's a fancy dancy.
What's that one?
Belgium.
That's Belgium. What's this one?
It doesn't look very. It's got security out the front.
That's the US one.
Oh, he was taking photos of us.
Yeah, that's the US one.
Did you see?
Yeah, and there's a car tooting its horn behind me.
Why did they take photos of us?
Because we look suspicious.
Do we? Yeah.
We're driving slow, we've got cameras rolling.
G'day folks, we're approaching Parliament House.
No, let me go. G'day folks, we're approaching Parliament House. No, thank you. G'day folks, we're approaching Parliament.
Too late now, kids. I've got all that as evidence. G'day folks, we're approaching Parliament House.
G'day. G'day, mate.
Bye. I feel like if I ever move to a different country, I'll always unironically say good day.
G'day.
It makes it seem like that's what you always say.
Australians, oh let us rejoice, for we are young and free. No?
No.
Golden soil and wealth is all. Our home is good by sea.
It's not happening. They put an anti-roll barrier.
Oh no. Parliament House, kids. It's where they make the laws of the land. Look at, I'm glad we got here early to beat the crowds. Parliament House. We're going to grab a park and go check out Parliament House. Here we go, Parliament House, Canberra, ACT, Australia. It is chockers. There are people everywhere here. We got here early to beat the crowds. What do you think, babe?
Pretty cool.
Too many days in the darkness without a glimpse of the light. Running tired and broken and scared, but I swear I'll never give up the fight. I see you broken and beat, head pulled down over your eyes. Every part of you wants to surrender, but darling, you were meant to survive. With every star, we are born again. Open your heart, spend less time in your head. With every star, we are born again. Open your heart, spend less time in your head. Just like a seed in a garden, you will grow to be tall.
That's not the Prime Minister who drowned.
Why have you got lost at sea? Oh yeah.
It's John Howard. M just said, isn't this the Prime Minister that drowned? That's John Howard. That was Harold Holt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Paul Keating, Bob Hawke. And this looks like Malcolm Fraser and Whitlam. I know all my Prime Ministers well. Em just said to me that she found Harold Holt, so she's going to make national news. He disappeared. It was only the photo of him, the portrait, but she found him. Well, there we go, guys. That is Parliament House, Canberra. We had a pretty good time. Wasn't busy, which is good. And now we're going to head over to the... Where are we going?
The mint.
The Mint.
To eat mints.
To eat mints.
Money.
Jack! Jack's taking photos. We're going to head over to the Australian Mint where they print the money. And I think they also print for other countries as well. Notes. And then we're going to head to... the Science Museum, I can't pronounce it. And right next door, we're going to the High Court of Australia. So Ali can check that out. Let's go, mate. Rightio, guys. Next stop is the Royal Australian Mint. Rightio guys, we've made it all the way to the High Court of Australia here in Canberra. And behind me I've got my hotshot lawyer Dennis Dunedoo. Oh no, sorry, Ali Schultz, not Dennis Dunedoo. But of course this is where Dennis came and fought hard for Daryl Kerrigan here at the High Court in Canberra. Guys, what are the chances? We're in the caravan park here on our trip. And we have a flat tyre. So just was doing a check of all the pressures in the tyres, and this front right one was about 32 psi, so the rest were all 65. And then we found a screw in the tyre, so we're going to give it a change. We've got 2 spare. What's the chances? Our first trip away and we've got a flat in a caravan park. Anyway, we'll get it changed. Another leaf. Oh, there we go. In the jack. We're pretty high off the ground on this side. Good morning guys, we've left Canberra, we're heading north now up towards Tamworth, but we're not going to do Tamworth in one day. A bit too far in the van that we've realised, so I think we're going to stay in a little town called
Wellington.
Wellington. It's the southeast of Dubbo. And now I'm in uncharted waters. I haven't been down this way before, so it's kind of parallel with the Newell. And we were going to head through Bathurst, but it gets a bit hilly and windy heading from Bathurst to Tamworth. I've done that road, so this hopefully will be a little bit flatter. Hey, g'day guys, we're on the roadside stop here just outside of Cowra, New South Wales, and we've just driven through town and we've just pulled over with the van. That is the great thing about having a caravan. So you got everything in the van. You don't have to, well, you can spend some money in town if you want to at the local bakery, which we have been doing at different towns, but then sometimes you just want to pull over and you can jump in the van, make a sandwich and grab a drink and go to the toilet. It's just so convenient. And the sun's come out for us here. We've had a lot of cloud cover the whole trip after we left home. Goondiwindi was hotter than summer, but pretty much south of Goondiwindi all the way down to Victoria has been fairly cloudy and overcast, but we can't complain about the weather because it hasn't been too hot. So this is our little situation here on the side of the road. This is fairly indicative, and look at this, you can't beat this. Roadside stop, Mars bar, can of Coke. That's ripper. There's one child exiting behind me. The other child is in the van, and Ali's in the van. Yeah, so we're going to head up to a town called Wellington, I think it's called. It's not in New Zealand, it's in New South Wales, and it's about halfway to Tamworth where we're heading to. So as I said before, like when we came down, we did a couple of 500k days. One day was 600k's. And I've done a lot of touring around the country. I've been to all 4 corners, not towing, and it's simple. And also for 10 years drove, a 50-seat tourist coach, looking after passengers and doing commentary and all those sorts of things. And towing a van is a lot harder and certainly does take a lot more concentration than a rigid bus. And that's what I've noticed. And the BT50 behind me, look, it's doing a great job, but one thing I will say, because our van is probably pretty close to 3.5 tonne fully loaded, 2,800 kilograms tear, I reckon that we are pretty close to that sort of 3,400 So you know, almost 3.5 tonne. The car's probably 3.3 tonne. I certainly can feel it, and you can feel it sometimes when you go over the bumpy roads on those outback, or not outback, but those you know, those country roads. So we already are thinking about upgrading to a different car, and the BT50 was always going to be just a bit of an interim fix. So anyway, we're going to have our Coke and our Mars bars and then keep trekking. And I think the little spot that we got sorted for Wellington is just down on the river there. So just another hour and a half or so up the highway. Sun's come out, it's beautiful. Chat to you later. Got a few sheep to get through here. Rural New South Wales. Guys, welcome to Tamworth, rural New South Wales. Tamworth, about 400 k's from Sydney, and we're about 600 k's south of Brisbane, and about the same from the Gold Coast. So we've just got a bit of a drive-through site going on here. Oh, in the background is Ellie and Jack. Give you a bit of a look at the caravan. We've almost got this whole grassy knoll area to ourselves here. And what's the name of this caravan park?
No idea.
No idea. We'll drop it in below.
Tamworth Caravan Park.
Yeah, it's not called Tamworth Caravan Park, but there's a little playground and barbecue, good, very clean facilities. There's some permanent cabins going on. There's also some like permanent rentals. There's some spots down there by the river. So it's a pretty clean caravan park, to be honest. And we've cracked a beer. It's New Year's Eve. The end of 2020 is almost here, and the start of 2021.